Can somebody please tell me I read incorrectly? Did I seriously read that on this 2-year deal, Derek Barnett gets $13 million guaranteed? $13 million guaranteed? For what? For what? Derek Barnett has 21 sacks and 26 penalties in his career. More penalties than sacks. What screams $13 million guaranteed about Derek Barnett? What justifies giving Derek Barnett $13 million guaranteed? How many sacks did Derek Barnett have last year? Like two? Two, I believe. He got paid $10 million last year. That's $5 million a sack. We paid $10 million for 2 sacks? That's not going to cut it, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that Derek Barnett recovered the fumble in Super Bowl 52. I appreciate Derek Barnett for making that play, but that does not justify his undisciplined play. That does not give him a pass. This guy is always drawing flags. Every week it seems like Derek Barnett is getting a penalty. Every week it seems like Derek Barnett is catching a penalty. And I swear, it is always on 3rd down. Why is it always on 3rd down? Between the offsides and the personal fouls. That's his specialty. Personal fouls, roughing the passer. We see it all the time. 3rd and 15. Jimmy Garoppolo back to pass. He throws incomplete. Oh, but look, there's a flag. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 96, Derek Barnett. Some of my angriest moments as an Eagles fan have come watching Derek Barnett. I can't stand this guy, Derek Barnett. His penalties drive me nuts. Derek Barnett drives me up a wall. And Derek Barnett, he can be a very dirty player at times. I remember back in 2019, we were playing the Green Bay Packers on Thursday Night Football. It was a punt return. The Green Bay Packer receiver, he ran into a wall of Eagles. The wall of Eagles stood him up. Well, after the play was over, Derek Barnett comes in and spears the guy with his helmet. He came in and just bashed the guy with his head, knocked the receiver out the game. And I'm going to say this as an Eagles fan. Derek Barnett should have been ejected for that hit. I'm surprised that he actually got to stay in that game. We eventually won 34-27. Aaron Rodgers threw an interception near the goal line in the final moments. But Derek Barnett should have got kicked out of that game. So when I hear Nick Sirianni say Derek Barnett embodies the characteristics we want in a player, are we serious? Are we serious about this guy? No, 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 no. Derek Barnett does not embody the characteristics you want in a player. Do you want players that constantly get penalties like that? How many times did you see Derek Barnett extend an opponent's drive with a stupid penalty? How many times did you see Derek Barnett revitalize an opponent's drive by getting called for a dumb penalty? It happened so many times. Too many times to count. This guy, I cannot take 2 more years of this guy. I never wanted Derek Barnett. I never wanted him. All the way back to the 2017 draft, I didn't want Derek Barnett. Everybody was comparing him to Reggie White because he broke Reggie White's sack record at Tennessee. I didn't want him. I wanted Marlon Humphrey. I wanted Marlon Humphrey in that draft. The Ravens took Marlon Humphrey later on, and I was pissed because that should have been our guy. You shouldn't have took Derek Barnett. I get he made the play in the Super Bowl, but Derek Barnett has done more harm than good throughout his career. I love the Kazir White pickup. 144 tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions. That's great. I love that pickup. It wasn't the flashy pickup that everybody wanted. There was people who wanted Bobby Wagner from the Seahawks. Well, he got released from the Seahawks. I like Kazir White. I love that move, that picking to upgrade linebacker. I love that move. Great job by Howie Roseman. But I am not a fan of this. I am not a fan of this Derek Barnett contract. For 2 more years? For 2 more years we got to deal with this? Ugh. Also, there was a certain NFL rule change proposed by the Eagles and Colts where both teams are guaranteed a possession in overtime, but only in the playoffs. This only applies to playoff games. The NFL owners voted on and confirmed that rule today. And honestly, I have to say, I disagree with my team on this. I don't like this rule because I see this as the NFL getting soft. This happened because the Buffalo Bills, who held a lead with 13 seconds to go in regulation, could not stop the Kansas City Chiefs. Holding a lead with 13 seconds to go, the Buffalo Bills and their number 1 defense, by the way, could not stop the Kansas City Chiefs. That game went to overtime. The Chiefs won the coin toss. And listen, People say that your season shouldn't come down to a coin toss. The Buffalo Bills shouldn't have let that game go into overtime. How do you give up 45 yards on 2 plays? How do you let Travis Kelce get open at the worst possible time? If you don't want your team's season to come down to a coin flip, play defense. Play defense. Look at the Cincinnati Bengals the very next week. AFC Championship. That game also went to overtime. The Kansas City Chiefs, again, won the coin toss. Do you know what the Bengals did? They played defense. They intercepted Mahomes to get that ball back and win that game. Play defense. Play defense. That's all you got to do, people. You don't want your season to come down to a coin flip? Play defense. Catch you later, guys. And go Birds.